Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We're back in the dungeons of Naerband. We're trying to help Olgard find something for his Black Book quest. It's not through here, that much I remember. But this one, in case you don't know, this is where you will enter the dungeons of Naerband instance. So it's good to see that this location is also in the landscape version of it. Now, for the cell that Olgard needs to find, and well, all the other things that we need to do in here as well. I think it's actually down here. No, it's not down here, but it's somewhere around this place. We just gotta find some descending stairs, some way to reach the lower area from here. And I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. It's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So let us tell Olgard the way down is through here. And in the meantime, what do we got here? Flame Spirit. We need that for our own quest. Where is Olgard? I think I should invite him to a fellowship. What do you say? No. Let us see if he will accept our invitation. This posts in here. It just get in the way. A torture device? Where? Down below. Awesome. Because that means we can also complete that quest as we do our regular exploration. Now, I think the place Olgard is looking for is one of these ones. Might be this cell, or it might be this other cell. It's one of these ones. I'm pretty sure about it. Spoiler alert, but I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So let us let him know. Think I found the cell. All right, that's the cell. So we can explore this lower area a little bit. It seems Olgard maybe went AFK. Can be. It looks as if the former guard had been recently tortured. Using that has no effect? Oh, come on, what do you mean using that has no effect? Find the lever that opens the torture chamber. And the page!
But the heat down below. You'd think we were digging into Mount Doom itself. The slaves keep collapsing and asking for water. We have a good laugh at them. then whip them back to work.
Yeah, sounds about right for a servant of the enemy. You have successfully defeated many Uruk torturers and destroyed their torture devices in Naerband. Completed quests of Talat Urui. Really? Already? Alright, I'm kinda surprised, actually, because you see, we needed to complete 50 quests. I cannot believe we already have completed 50 quests. But that's the reality of it. You have conquered much in Talat Urui. Yeah, this area flows really well, I gotta say. You didn't notice that you have done 50 quests. You have successfully defeated many of those who faithfully serve Urudani, the Flame Wraith. Yeah, chamber lever. Okay. That wasn't that far. You hear the door to the torture chamber unlock. So that means we can open it. The former guard. Is this all that remains of the former guard? God, he doesn't have any legs. Now you should be able to find out what is in the guard's register. Right next to the main entrance of this place. Now, where was the exit again? I'm trying to remember exactly where it was. Yeah, wasn't that bad. So, this is what you need to do. But once your Black Book of Mordor, and it's right here. Yeah, that's something that we'll need to find later. So once again, spoiler alert, we're coming back to Naerband at some point. So that also gives us the chance, in case we missed any pages in Naerband, to just come back here and do another pass of the place. Explore it once again. What happened with Ulgard? Maybe he went away? Well, he stopped answering, but now I don't know where I entered this chamber from exactly. And this is the last one we have in here, yeah? Fire Grims. Yeah, oh, this blade. We need to destroy those blades, so I think we need to backtrack a little. Seriously, where did I enter this from? There's supposed to be a stair somewhere around here. Around here? No? No. Oh god. I got so lost exploring the lower level that I don't even know where I came from anymore. Ah! He was defeated. Worst part is I don't have any form of resin. Otherwise I could try and help you, but I'm sorry, I can't. If I were a high elf, I would be more than happy to do that for you, but sadly I can't. Maybe we shouldn't have gotten separated. I think that was my mistake there. Well, it's just that he's a level 160 character, so I kinda hoped he would have the survivability for it, but yeah, anyway, we should have stick together. Here are the stairs. Oh. So that's also why, as soon as you enter Naerband, you start the quest text mentions knowledge of Urudani. We don't have that knowledge yet, but the Black Book of Mordor will give that to you. Okay, we can open this one. At long last. Register. All this for this book. I hope it's worth it. The register contains text about the coming and goings of prisoners, jailers, and torturers. You hear a noise echoing through the prison halls. Entering Naerband, Rancolor, Gundluk, Kalslu, Madur Savrad, Krukluk, Akatar, Traknul, Urudani, and Gashai. Exiting Naerband, Urudani. Entering Naerband, Ragurburg, Gotgash, Ukushak, Prokur, Kulm, Dorashakatar, Shara, Botru, Gazran, Karku, Urudani. Exiting Naerband, Traknul, Urudani, and Gashai. Entering Naerband, Shakil, Morgrukurth, Gaknor, Rashas, Liktarluk, Kosgot, Thark, Urog, Rapshatov, Traknul, Urudani, and Gashai. Does that mean that they are all still inside? It sounds like Akhrûn has been recaptured. Really? She's been recaptured? Just when I'm back at the main entrance of this place. Ugh. I would hope I just need to go back to that cell chamber we were just in. Come on, Akhrûn is in Naerband. Naerband is huge. I need something more than that. I truly do. Especially because your select nearest NPC key is not of much help either. Flaming Sauron. Equally disturbing as before. Come on. Where is Akhrûn? I swear to God. Yeah, poor Ulgard went AFK, but... Akhrûn, yeah, she's here. Oh, so glad I found you.
What would you?
Quickly, help me, Beriathan. We were ambushed at the mountain's base on our way to Nurn. What am I not surprised? Alright, we're back. So I decided to help Ulgard before talking here to Akhrûn. I mean, we were already in the prison, and what we needed to do to help him was something really short and easy to do. And I wanted to help him. He was just dead and he didn't know where to go, so truly was just a short time doing so, but in any case, we're back here ready to continue helping Akhrûn now that she's got herself captured again. Somehow. I have been brought here by Gashai. Thracnul plans to torture me and make an example of me to those who care not for his twisted rules. We must escape. No, they are coming for us.
Thracnul, the chief torturer of Nairoband, has locked his prison fortress and looks to capture anyone disobeying his twisted rules.
Alright, yeah. We just need to wait for the orcs to come. We take good care of them, and that's it. How many waves of orcs do we need to defeat? I wonder. Yeah, flaming arrows, not good. Don't you worry, Akhrûn. We're getting us out of here alive. You see? Told you, everything's gonna be okay. Oh. Who's this? How dare you interfere in my domain? Oh my god, this is Thraknul. Again? Now that you are awake, you poor excuse of Warden, I can't begin. Where is the enjoyment of torturing when the victim cannot witness the pain? I shall devise tormenting you, unequaled in any of the ages of the world. Now, where to begin? Getting a strange sense of déjà vu with this one. Who dare disturb my session? Rudani, you are truly Lord Sauron's gift to Naerband. You embody his masterwork of death and ruin. What may I do for you on this day? Yes, I was just torturing this filth who entered Naerband unbeknownst to me. A trifling matter. I suppose there are more important tasks. I know you seek more flame rates, Surudani. My gift of flame and fire. Yes, I will put this man in a cell and deal with the filth later. You have my devotion, for in Sauron's death, you have come to me. Not again. Fire is truly the greatest tool in torment. It seems we must delay our session. Do not look relieved. Man, I am the Warden of Naerband, the greatest of Lord Sauron's prisons. You shall never forget that, for you shall never escape. Escape the cell, of course. We need to escape now. How does Geralif survive this exactly? Not sure yet. Let's see how the events unfold, and that way we will know how exactly did Geralif survive this. You notice a loose brick. Okay. Ah. Behind the loose brick you find an old scrap of metal. Yeah, this is the same one that Akhrûn used to open her cell. Just gotta pick the lock. That almost worked. One more try should do it. You hear the lock and hatch. Akhrûn, where is she? Oh, you too? Alright, yeah, I think I see where do we need to go. Yeah, that seems to be the place. Awesome! So, level 114, one class trait point. We're almost there. to the Mordor level cap. Yeah, indeed. I went to much trouble to rescue you, so I hope you appreciate all that I've done.
What would you?
Thank you, Beriathan. Quickly, we must escape. There is not much time. Follow me. This way. Here's the exit. Just as I told you before, we can escape through this cave.
The world is changed.
This passage leads through an old culvert. No one seems to know it exists. Let us not stay here another moment. The passage to outside is not far. On the edge of the secret footpath through the mountain, we were ambushed by a group of Gashgai. They are working for Thraknol, no doubt. The Uruk must have caught wind of our victory at Orodir and went searching for us. I bargained with the orcs to let my people go. In return, I would give up my own life and Thraknol could do as he wished. At the time, I did not think you would still be in Naerband. I will go return to my people now. They need someone to guide them. Many of the Nurnhoth have never tasted freedom. Their will is broken. I hope to fix that. Farewell, Beriathan. I will not forget you. Well, it was fun while it lasted, Akhrûn, but don't get yourself captured again. Oh, completed, respected in the conquest of Nargroth. This is also great as well. Let us check that. So we have respected and we're working towards honored now. We might not be able to finish honored tier because we're only missing a tier, a zone and a half for 2 tiers. I don't think that's likely, but we'll see. Honored in the conquest of Nargroth. That is what we need to complete now. And here we have respected, 20 LOTRO points, some tokens, and the title, Respected Warrior. You have reached respected status. Yeah. And 20 LOTRO points. You know? Never gift a LOTRO points gift in the mouth. Basically. Anyway, we have escaped Naerband. As you can see here, this is very close to what is the entrance of the Dungeons of Naerband instance. So, now that we have confirmed that deed unlocks starting at level 105, all you need to do is just come down here and look for the entrance. I think it's actually somewhere around here, if you were to look for it. Really close to that camp, I believe. Sometimes, I mean, usually, when there is a campsite on the outside, that's a very good indicative. This is an area, an important area. But for the life of me, I cannot see that entrance now. When I'm coming from the road, it's very easy for me to identify where the place is. But when I'm leaving the instance with Akhrûn, that becomes, for some reason, it becomes harder. But the good thing about this instance we just finished is the entrance, I mean the exit to it was not exactly, we didn't come out the same way we came in. That's what I'm trying to say. We didn't get ported back to the entrance of Naerband. We were actually sent to the west side a little Ah, right, we still need to defeat some fire grims. And what I'm trying to do is find my way back to the road. But not only that, you see this has led us relatively close to the location we need to visit to dispose of the weapons we got on the very first episode in Taladurui. So I think we can take the chance to do just that and complete that. What do we have here? You have defeated many fumaroles and fire grims in Taladurui. This really makes traversing the lava lake slightly easier. God, let me out of this place. Yeah, this lake of fire. Lesser rock mole. No biggie. Finally, back in the path. This is one of the reasons why you don't want to stray too far away from the path. You get too close to the lake of lava, the lake of fire, and you start getting some serious debuffs. We're just gonna grab all these guys in here asking for it. Alright, dispose the weapons is somewhere around here-ish. I most likely didn't come here because I was trying to avoid the fumaroles more than anything. The fire drakes with our current power level are not that hard. And here we just need to dispose of these weapons. You hurl the weapons in the lava lake where they quickly melt. You have destroyed a collection of enemy weapons, limiting the number that can be used against you and your allies while traversing Mordor. Sure. Now. Gonna check all these items later, but let us also take the chance, now that we have backtracked a little. There is, as I was telling you when I was initially there is one page in Dar Mausur. It's just that Dar Mausur is such a big camp that I always get lost when I try to explore it. There's only one page in a camp that big. So let us try and go back there and find out that page. We're really not that far. So if I remember correctly, oh, come on. Jump friggin' barricades. If I remember correctly, there is a way into Dar Mausur. Would you please jump? Yeah, through here. And now it's just a matter of finding the page. Another one? Oh, come on. Yeah, finally. Go down. Jeez. Going to a little bit to the west. Yeah. Stop doing it. I think we did came to this area at some point. Maybe I just didn't see it. Ah, yeah. It's right here. Was really not that hard. I just missed it somehow. Oh. Die for God's sake. There we go.
Word is, we move out tomorrow. Luke Boas wants more citadels built to refortify the southern plain, now that the hateful men of Gondor are swept out.
Interesting. I have no idea how this ties up with all the other pages we've been getting so far. So I think we'll need to wait until we complete this Lost Lore quest to be able to figure this out. Anyway, a very brief backtrack to this area. Back in the main road again. So now, back to Erin Ur and Nargroth. And what else do we have in here? The Black Book of Mordor. Oh no, wrong road. Yeah, we might not go to that place just yet. We need to go to Erin Ur first, Erin Ur. But there are no quests there, so that's just an area we need to scout, and then we proceed to Nargroth. So we might be able to do all this. Who knows? Let's get going, basically. As you can see, there is a milestone on the eastern side of Taladurui. That's gonna be great when we finally reach it. All right. I guess we had already passed through this area on our way to Naerband and Oroddir, yeah? We were able to explore this sort of enemy camps in here. There were some pages around here. And one of the tainted reserves ones is around here too. What do we have here? Artifact chest, Artifact chest. Akhrûn. Ah, well, there are a couple artifacts chests in here that we can loot. Alright. Let us try the regular state a little bit more. Easy to maneuver. Discover Nargroth. And there is a page in here. And a heavy chest. Wow, Shadow of Mordor level 100. Yeah, because this is a level 115 area. Doesn't seem like it because we are finally... Now that we're finally at level 114, we're only one level below this, so it's not that bad.
Strength and fire aside, we Gashai and Lady Uradani are still at it, if you can believe it. Building the Citadel of Nargroth. The work's nearly done.
Let me grab this without a fight, will you? Thank you so much. Now, the door to the Enin Ur. I don't think this is a gate we can cross just yet. But hopefully with an hypothetical Nurn update, this gate will open. This would be the way into Nurn, if I'm reading this correctly. Oh yeah, the gate is absolutely closed. Looks great though. Yeah, it looks very menacing. Waiting for Nurn. Well, for Mordor in general. The gate to Nurn is quiet and still tied. Yep. There you have it. We cannot cross, but that can hold for forever. There's gotta be a way into Nurn eventually. Who knows when? But it's coming. So right now, I still don't have any idea what will come after Gundabad. Everything's up in the air at this point. So who knows? Nurn, Harad are areas the players have been asking for a long time. The Scouring of the Shire is another one, of course. But I have the feeling that the LOTRO team will once again focus on doing their own stories and avoid those places for the time being.
This is the road to Nargroth, but I have found something else that may be of use.
This is the road that leads to Nargroth, but I have discovered something else that might prove of use to us, Beriathan. There's a watching stone a short distance to the north of here, and I sense that it may have seen something concerning the Gúrzyul. Oh, we'll need to find that Watching Stone discovered Macnul. What do we have here? Outposts along the burning plain, marks and title. You have explored Taladurui in great detail, and we have the Explorer of Taladurui, Nargroth, Tainted Reserves we're about to complete, and the other two, which are a pain. It's a shame though that the Mordor deeds don't give more rep XP, because you will see there, our virtues are still, most of them, at level 52. Determination is level 53, but that's it. But our cap has raised now to level 59. And that is because starting at level 110, as of the time of recording this, you'll start unlocking a new virtue rank every level. So at level 110 you will be virtue rank 55. And then you unlock 20 extra ranks from level 110 to level 130 for a total of 75. So that means we have unlocked a lot of virtue ranks and we have not gotten any virtue XP for it. So we're falling behind. Ah, there's a rare Mordor chest in here too. Would you climb the friggin' stairs? Thank you. Oh, you too. Yeah, can I do it now? Thank you.
And strangest of all, we still serve the Eye. Or at least that's what our new master says. All commands come down from him to Uradani. Nah! Orders are orders. That's what I've always said.
Alright. Let's grab the rare Mordor chest. That's the second one in Taladurui, I believe. Let us see what there is inside this chest. And let us see these new items we've gotten. This is defensive stats. And this one is offensive. Yeah, I don't think it. I don't see. No. I'm not liking any one of those two new earrings. Oh, come on. Yeah. What about this one? This is another defensive necklace. These are weapons. This one, defensive boots. I don't know. Do you like that? And what do we have here? A gold ring. This one. Agility, vitality, critical rating, finesse, and 6 light of Earendil. I think I'm gonna take this one instead of the defensive one I have equipped. Yeah, I do lose a little bit of morale, but not that much. I gain some other good stats, so that's great. Now, there was a crafting bundle here. Crops and soil. Not what I was hoping for, but okay. You feel a presence regard you from within the carved stone.
Use caution, my friend.
Watching stones are oft the home of fell spirits, bound there for eternity, and they bear no love for such as we. Yeah, I have found a couple of these on my journeys through Mordor. And they have not been pleasant experiences. So, you are not fooling me. What do you want? The carving stone is dreadful in form, and it does not seem out of place within Gorgoroth. But there is something else that sets it apart. A cold and watchful presence. And then there is more. A voice that whispers in your head. Images rise and beaten behind your eyes. They are drained of color, as if the one who creates them has no knowledge of shade or hue. You see a place of darkness and a tiny point of light flickering high above. Then below, there is a knife held in a cruel fist. It descends in an arc and blood flows from a wound. The darkness deepens. The voice in your head speaks no words, but you are suddenly awash in a questioning sea. You recover your own words enough to reply. Yes, the Gúrzyul. The interrogative waves vanish as quickly as they had arrived. In their place is an overwhelming sensation, the promise of knowledge and secrets held close for centuries. As you try to express that such knowledge will be welcome, it is whisked cruelly away, dangled just out of reach. The given sensation is gone, replaced with a taking desire. You see a prison in your mind's eye, and the details are so clear you know it is a real place. The spirit shows you a certain cell in this prison, and a scorched skull in one corner. The images fade and the whispering voice returns. It speaks a single word, but the word is enough. The word is want. You are released from the spirit's hold and the whispering in your head fades away. The presence remains, regarding you silently. Yeah. The prison that was shown to you is called Naerband, and we were just there. You know? Do we have enough time to race back to Nairoband, grab the skull, and then race back to Harthalín? It's a very good question. I would like to believe we do. Yeah, had I remembered that's what the Epic wanted you to do, I would have come here before venturing into Nairoband, and we would already have all that done. But alas, that's not the case. So we really gotta make the run for it. We have our steed with a shield. I mean, we're taking the hits for the steed, but we have the speed. So I think we might be able to go back to Ododir and Naerband, race across the camp right to the door, and avoid most enemies, and be able to re-enter Naerband without having to fight our way through like we had to do before. Like we had to do. Well, we were advancing quests, so fighting our way through the doors of Naerband was not a big deal. Now, maybe we can skip all of that. Using the information in your quest journal? The spirit in the stone outside Nargroth showed you the location of a scorched skull within a cell in Naerband. If you understood it wish correctly, it has promised to tell you about the Gúrzyul if you return with a skull. You witness that Naerband consists of 3 large chambers, connected by hallways and subdivided by walls and iron bars. The skull is on the floor of a cell in the southwestern corner of the largest northernmost chamber. The iron door to the cell was half open, and you saw flame spirits floating over the fog-covered floor. It's a very good description of the place in which the cell is. That I showed to you when we were inside there defeating the spirits. But keep this description in mind, because you will get to see it once again and compare the description with the actual place. And once again, I think it's a very good description of the actual place, but the description of how to get there is very vague in comparison. So finding the skull is a challenge, especially if this is the first time you do this and you have no idea where to go, if you are not familiar with Naerband's layout, because Naerband is huge and it can be quite confusing for many players, which is what happened to Ulgard. And that's why he was asking for our help. Luckily, we already know where to go. And as you see here, my appreciations were correct. We could avoid many of these enemies thanks to our worsted, and that way we could reach Naerband. in just a sec. And now that we know where to go, it's just a matter of getting there. And the enemies in here are really not that much of a challenge. Maybe these Urudani's warriors. I remember these guys were a pain on my other tunes, but not so much now. So once again, the description. This is the northernmost chamber. And we need to find the southwestern corner. But the thing in here is that you first need to find the way down. Which we already know where to go, thankfully. The way down, right over here. And from here we go looking for the southwestern corner. So as you see, it's very accurate. The door is half open. And once again, is this one over here. There are supposed to be flame spirits in here, a couple, as you see there, but not as many. Maybe somebody was here recently. And this is the skull we were looking for. Malice emanates from the skull. Scorched by heat, it has neither splintered nor cracked. So now it's just a matter of returning, coming back to the Watching Stone. And I think we have just the time for that. If we hurry, if we make the run for it, it'd be okay. Maybe even have never surrender up. You never know when you might need that one. But yeah, my recommendation would be ignore the Naerband quests, ignore Akhrûn at first, and go to Harthalín to advance the Black Book of Mordor, so that when you come to Naerband you can do Akhrûn's quests and the Black Book of Mordor simultaneously. That is more time efficient. Now out we go, just like we came in. We just run like our lives depend on it. Thankfully, with the worsted, we only need to worry about the archers. And maybe, if they are fast enough, the initial hit from the melee enemies. This is very manageable. It's not that hard. But yeah, thank God for this shield skill. It has proved useful. I remember the first time I was in Mordor, I didn't remember the medium steed had this skill. So I was still running with my light steed, and as you can see, it's not that bad. It's not like the high level areas where you can be one-shotted and dismounted. But with a light steed you cannot do this. With a light steed you would be dismounted before you even reach the exit of Autodir. And then you will need to escape all the enemies that are still attacking you. And you might have some issues outrunning them. So you gotta be very careful with that. Now, the milestone we're supposed to be looking for . just so that I can show you where that one is. Oh. Supposed to be somewhere around here, but kinda tricky to find. It's kinda weird that there is a milestone just standing there in the middle of basically nowhere. But it's very convenient because it eases your travels around Taladurui. I just wish they did something like this on other areas. You have this design in both Lingris and Taladurui, milestones on the open, out in the wild, that are there just for the sake of giving you an easier time traversing this place. It would be nice if something like that were to happen on some other areas. But sadly, that's not the case. Now, really close to this place we're currently in, there's an entrance to an orc camp. And on that orc camp, you can find one page as well. But we are hard pressed for time right now, so we are not doing that page today. Most likely the next episode, as I think that one will also see us go to Nargroth, and if that's the case, that will mean we can complete the lost lore of Taladurui then. Who knows? We'll see.
I do not trust this spirit, but perhaps we can use it.
To learn that which we seek can be safely away before it works some treachery upon us. Hope you're right. Alright, there's a lot to take in here, so let's leave that for the next episode. We're gonna end it in here. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Join me next time as we will continue exploring Taladurui and unveiling the mystery of the Gúrzyul. For the time being, this has been all on today's episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.